Are you all in on DC's new initiative? Are you absolutely excited about Absolute Universe? Guys, I'm Mike Spider Slayer. Welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. If you love daily comic book content, if you love me helping you make decisions on what comic books to buy, you consider hitting that subscribe button, guys. I think you came to the right place. This is an exciting time, guys. Yesterday, Joshua Williamson and Scott Snyder announced the new DC initiative, which is Absolute Universe and the DC All In, as these two universes are gonna kind of like bleed into an overall story, one from a Superman point of view and one from a Darkseid point of view. I thought that announcement was absolutely so awesome, and it got me excited about DC Comics again. I felt like it's been a long time since they've actually done something like super exciting, right? They've done things kind of half-ass it and things like that, you know, but this is where it can get everybody on board once again, kind of like the New 52. Now, I know a lot of people will say New 52 was the death of DC, but for me, it was the beginning of DC. I never got into DC Comics until I read the New 52, and it was exciting to read all of those new comic books. Now, some of them didn't pan out on the end, and I'm sure not all of them are going to pan out here either, but at least this gets people excited about trying something new once again, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about those absolute characters. We're going to go over some of the new creative teams on the DC All End of sides. And of course, I want to hear your guys' thoughts and comments down below. If you're going to pick this stuff up, are you excited? Is DC dead for you? I don't know, guys. If this can't excite you or get you back into DC Comics to at least try it, then I don't know what will. Okay, so let's go into the absolute characters. You obviously got the Trinity characters here. So we're gonna look at Superman. So check out Superman here. He looks a little darker, a little rougher around the edges. He's got the not long hair, but not short hair, not like that Boy Scout hair. He's got kind of like that, you know, let me push my hair off to the side kind of look. And it looks like he's got this over-exaggerated cape a little bit. And he has, you know, the S is a little bit different, you know. So, I don't know. We'll see what we'll get out of this particular character. But I think he looks okay. And I will be okay if he is a little rougher around the edges, you know. Based off of what Scott Snyder and Joshua Williamson said, it seems like things are going to be harder for our heroes in the Absolute Universe. Things are not going to come as easy for them. So I like that. I like that things will be a little bit more challenging. So that will be kind of cool. All right, then let's go to Wonder Woman. Now, Wonder Woman, I think, looks pretty badass herself. I like how she has this different type of armor that she's wearing. I love how she has the tattoo sleeve. I thought that was cool. Her tiara is a little different. On other pictures, she has a broadsword. So I like that. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like Magic, how she'll like carry it on her shoulder and stuff like that. Here we have a picture of her like flying on something. I don't know what it is. But anyway, I do like the design of it. And what's cool about the Absolute Universe, there's no holding back. You can kind of tell the story you want to tell here, and people can't trash on it, right? It's like, oh, it's a different universe, so whatever, right? All right, and then let's go, of course, everyone was already talking about Batman. So we have Batman himself. Obviously, this one's going to be written by Scott Snyder, and he is freaking huge. He's this hulking-like character, very small head. I don't even know the logo on his chest. It almost looks like a square. Like, I don't even know what's going on there. But if you pay attention to his cape, it's much more like bat wings, I guess, right? And he's got like little spikes on his shoulders and stuff, those pointy ears. So yeah, I think that's a pretty cool looking design as well. How these characters turn out and what their stories will actually be is still yet to be determined. We've gotten little clues and things like that, but it looks like more will be revealed in San Diego Comic-Con, okay? So now, of course, I want to know in the comments below which title might excite you the most. which one of these character designs you like the most, okay? Personally, I think Batman, you know, even though it's way out of left field, I think he looks like he can kick the shit out of some characters, right? Or some bad guys. So that's pretty cool. All right, so now let's go into the DC side of things, the main universe, the all-in side. We're getting new jumping on points for these particular stories. So again, if there's a time to do it, it's going to be in October, okay? So let's kick off with Detective Comics. So Ram V's story will come to an end in issue 1089, and it will relaunch with 1090. The new creative team on this, guys, is going to be Tom Taylor and Mikel Janin, okay? So the next arc is Mercy of the Father Sees. A ghost from Gotham City's past returns to strike at Batman and will call back to the murder of Thomas and Martha Wayne, while apparently resulting in major changes for the Dark Knight. The issue will be in stores October 23rd, so keep that in your memory banks. I'm a fan of Tom Taylor. I like his writing. He is a very emotional writer. I loved his DC stuff, his Injustice stuff. He had in Superior Iron Man, which was good. His most current run is Nightwing, where I will go with everybody out there and say that story is very much drawn out. Hopefully it won't be as drawn out in Detective Comics, but I will definitely check out Detective Comics again to see what the story has to offer for me. All right. So, of course, again, anytime in the comments below, let me know what you think of creative teams on these books. The next one we're going to have is Action Comics here, guys. The original Superman comic will be going weekly in October with The Death of Phantom Zone, which sees writer Mark Waid. So Mark Waid is going to be on the book, and artist is going to be Clayton Henry. Send Superman in the tutelar zone to try and stop an otherworldly horror from laying waste to Metropolis. It's backed up with Supergirl, Universe End by Zatanna. Bring down the house writer Marco Tamaki and artist Skylar Patridge. I don't know. Action Comics issue 1070 is published on October 9th with subsequent issues available in October 16th, 23rd, and 30th. So if you're into a weekly book, okay, this is going to be the book that you're going to want to pick up, right? And if you like Mark Waid, will also be the book. It looks like there's a main story and a backup story here as well. So let me know comments below on Action. Next, we're going to dive into Superman. We have Dan Mora will be taking over the art duties on Man of Steel's core book, with Joshua Williamson staying on the writer. The next story is said to be spun out of Absolute Power and deals with the return of Doomsday. Luckily, help is on hand from the new Superwoman. Okay? Who is the new Superwoman? I'll just give you a hint. She's been in the book before, okay? But how long will her powers last? Clue. And the arc also sees the return of another old enemy. So this one releases in October 23rd. So that's kind of cool. I'm on board with it. Dan Mora doing artwork on there with Joshua Williamson staying on the book is absolutely phenomenal. So excited to see this. Let's move on to Wonder Woman. So with Wonder Woman, if you like the current creative team, you're going to get Tom King and Daniel Sampere. They continue their hit run on Wonder Woman, and it sounds like it's a big change is on the horizon for Diana. The tide is turning in Wonder Woman's battle against the Sovereign as Steve Trevor takes matters into his own hands with deadly consequences, but Steve's end could be the beginning of Diana's greatest adventure yet. Motherhood. What? Is she going to have a kid? Oh, no way. Wonder Woman issue 14 goes on sale October 16th. So if you're looking for kind of like the new jumping on point for Wonder Woman, that's where it's going to be at. All right, let's check out the next book. Green Arrow. Green Arrow, for the most part, has been pretty good. But it looks like Joshua Williamson's no longer going to be on that book. And Oliver Queen has definitely made some questionable decisions as of late with the team up of Amanda Waller, and it sounds like he's about to retcon with the fallout of his actions in 350, which is the legacy numbering. And it's an oversized anniversary issue that also marks Joshua Williamson's final issue as the writer of Green Arrow. This can't miss issue also debuts the opening chapter of Green Arrow's next adventure, reveals DC from the new creative team of writer Chris Condon and artist Montos. Green Arrow issue 350 is out on October 23rd. So what do you think about the new creative team on Green Arrow, guys? And it continues its legacy numbering. So here's a big one. I think a lot of people are waiting on Nightwing to see who's going to take over that book since Tom Taylor's done writing it. Here we go. Nightwing issue 119, written by Dan Waiters. I don't know, is that how you say his name? Art and cover is done by Dexter Soy. I think that's pretty awesome. And here we go. It's on sale October 16th, 2024. Bloodhaven has erupted in violence as rival gangs vie to fill the power vacuum left by Nightwing's cleanup of corrupt officials, but is an outside force turning the gangs against each other, escalating the violence in Bloodhaven toward an even more sinister ends. To find out, Nightwing must do the unthinkable no matter the cost. Don't miss the start of this groundbreaking new arc that will redefine its means to be a hero. That's pretty good as well. I'll definitely check it out. I like how we're changing people around, checking out these, other artists as well. I think, again, a perfect jumping on point. I guess from what I also heard, I think John Layman is going to be taking over Titans. John Layman hasn't written anything in a little while, but I do know he wrote Chew, and I read every issue of Chew. Now, I know it's a different style of book. It's not a superhero book, but I do like his writing style. So hopefully he can have a good voice on Titans, and I will check that one out as well. So as far as I know right now, those are your creative teams. I'm sure there will be more as more books come out, but that's the stuff that I found personally. But I just wanted to let you guys know what is coming out, what creative teams are out there. And I want to know, again, if you guys are on board of this, and does this excite you? I think this does. This gives me an excitement like Transformers or like the Ultimate Universe for Spider-Man, right? This gets that next level of excitement to get people in the shops, and I think that's what we need. And hopefully these books are written really well so we can get people buying DC Comics for a long, long time, right? I want them to be competitive to Marvel. I want them to outdo Marvel, so then Marvel does the next big thing, right? So again, leave me all your thoughts, your comments below. Thank you so much for taking the time for watching this video. If you like it, of course, give it a thumbs up. Here's more content for you to check out. And as always, guys, support the local comic shops. Keep buying, keep collecting, but always remember, read the comics so we can have great comic conversation. Thanks for watching, guys.